Hello everyone, this is Mr. Jackson. We're going to look at problem number 4 for our homework for Monday, October 1st, 2012 in math. Number 4 has two parts. You'll need to get both parts correctly to get full credit. And the instructions are to solve the following problems. Be sure to show regrouping. Now when you regroup using addition, it's called carrying because 10 of those would make one of these. When you regroup using subtraction, it's called borrowing because one of these is 10 of those. All right, we'll start with the addition problem. Whenever we add or subtract, we start with the smallest place value. And in this case, the smallest place value is the ones place. 3 ones plus 9 ones equals 12 ones, which is the same as 2 ones plus 1 10. 10 of those makes one of these, so we will carry the 1. Okay? 1 10 plus 6 10 is 7 tens. 7 tens plus 3 tens is 10 tens, which is the same as 100. So we put the 0 tens here and carry the 1. 100 plus 7 hundredths equals 8 hundredths. And 8 hundredths plus 2 hundredths equals 10 hundredths, which is the same as 0 tens and 1,000, which is why we carry the 1. Okay, 1,000 plus 5,000 is 6,000s. And 6,000s plus 4,000s is 10,000s, which is the same as 0,000s and 1 10,000, which is why we carry the 1. 1 10,000 plus 8 10,000s is 9 10,000s. And 9 10,000s plus 1 10,000 is 10 10,000s, which is the same as 0 10,000s and 100,000. And 100,000 plus nothing else is 100,000. So you can see 10 ones is the same as 1 10. 10 tens is the same as 100. 10 hundreds is the same as 1,000. 10 thousands is the same as 1 10,000. 10 10,000s is the same as 100,000. 10 of those makes one of these, like taking 10 $1 bills into a bank and getting one $10 bill for it. Okay? So now we need to put our comma, ones, tens, hundreds, comma, to separate our hundreds period, our ones period from our thousands period. Now we'll move over to subtraction. We still start with the smallest place value, which is the ones place. We cannot take 7 ones from 6 ones, so we would have to borrow from our tens place. Remember, one of these is 10 of those, so we could borrow one of these and turn it into 10 of those, which is the same way as we would go into the bank with one $10 bill, and we could turn it into 10 $1 bills. So if we borrow, we have 1 10 here. If we borrow that 1 10, we'll have 0 tens left. Okay? That 10 we borrowed will turn into 10 of those ones, and we will add it to the 6 ones we already had, which is a total of 16 ones. 16 ones minus 7 ones equals 9 ones. Now we can move to our tens place. We cannot subtract 2 tens from 0 tens, so we would have to borrow from our hundreds place. We have 2 hundreds here. If we borrow one of these hundreds, we will have 100 left, and we will take that 100 that we borrowed and turn it into 10 tens. And we will add it to the 0 tens we already had. 10 plus 0 is 10. Now, do not write the number 1 right here next to the 0. Instead, cross the 0 out and write a complete number 10 at the top. It must be done the way it is taught in class, because when the teacher is looking to check your work, they need to be able to clearly distinguish what you're doing. So now we can subtract 2 tens from 10 tens. That is going to be 8 tens. And we'll move to the hundreds place. We cannot take 3 hundreds from 100, so we need to borrow from our thousands place. We have 3 thousands. If we borrow one, we'll have 2 thousands left. The one we borrowed will turn into 10 hundreds, and we will add it to the 100 we already had. That will give us a total of 11 hundreds. So you need to cross out this 1 and write 11 at the top. 1100s minus 300s equals 800s. Now we move to the thousands place. Cannot subtract 4,000s from 2,000s. So you will need to borrow from your 10,000s place. You have 4 10,000s. If you borrow one of them, you will have 3 10,000s left. The one you borrowed, you will turn into 10,000s. And you will add it to the 2,000s you already had for a total of 12,000s. Remember, cross out the 2 and write the number 12 above it. Do not try to put a number 1 next to the 2. 12,000s minus 4,000s equals 8,000s. And you get to move to your 10,000s place. 3 10,000s minus 1 10,000 equals 2 10,000s. And we need our comma to separate our ones period from our thousands period. Ones, tens, hundreds, comma. So now, 43,216 minus 14,327 equals 28,889. 85,763 plus 14,239 equals 100,002. And remember, the numbers you add together are called add-ins. And your answer to addition is called a sum. When you subtract, the number you start with is called a minuend. The number you're subtracting from the number you start with is called a subtrahend. And your answer to subtraction is called a difference. All right, if you have any questions or concerns, please email me at ClassJump. Thank you.